guys, it's Nadia. I wanted to talk to you about how you can maintain your straight hair if your hair is, normally curly. Mine is normally curly, and I straightened it. I just wanted to talk about how you can prep your hair so you can have as little damage as possible and how you can maintain your hair after it's straight. So first of all, what I do is I like to wash my hair, and I'll wash it with either a sulfate shampoo or a non-sulfate shampoo. The sulfate shampoo that I use is this one, Long-Term Relationship by Herbal Essences. Reason I like to use this one is just because it's not as damaging and as harsh and doesn't really leave you that really harsh stripped feeling as a lot of other sulfate shampoos do. Reason being is because this one has ammonium lauryl sulfate, and it's not as harsh as the sodium lauryl sulfate. Excuse me. So yeah, I really like that one. It's the only sulfate shampoo I will use. If I don't feel like I have so much buildup on my hair, I'll use a sulfate-free one. The one that I like to use is Bedheads by TG. It's called Some Like It Hot, and it's a heat and humidity resistant sulfate-free shampoo. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to do is keep your hair from getting frizzy and humidity, and that's what you want. You want things that are gonna really help with that, because if your hair is curly, if you go outside and it's just a little bit humid, or it just rained, or it's gonna rain, your hair will fluff up just like that. Okay, so I like to take as much precaution as I can, because I know I have had very bad days where I would do my hair in the morning. Maybe I would even curl it a little bit with a curling iron or flat iron, whatever. And then I would go outside in the morning because, I have classes in the morning. I would get to class and my hair would be like this big. And I would be really sad because I spent so much time on my hair for it to look like this, like crazy. And I realized it was because in the morning it's kind of wet outside. You know how like if you look on the grass it's kind of dewy? So yeah, the air is pretty wet in the morning time, so just be careful about that. Okay, so the next thing I like to do is of course condition my hair. But I use a couple things to condition my hair just because you'll see why. I will kind of layer on the conditioners, and I use 3 of them. So the first one I use is this Keratin 2-Minute Reconstructor by Apogee. And this will just give my hair strength out. When I wash my hair after it's done being straight, the curls won't be so limp. I know you guys have had that experience where after you flat iron your hair and then you wash it out, your curls don't seem as like curly. They seem kind of like maybe wavy at the ends. It's because of heat damage. When you use a keratin reconstructor like this one, or protein, it helps your hair to not be so affected by the flat iron. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but yeah, just put some protein in your hair either before or after. What I like to do is before and after, because my hair is chemically altered and my hair needs proteins. So I leave that on for about 2 minutes because it does say to leave it on for 2 minutes. Then I will go ahead and put this infrared treatment on by Chi. And what this does is just another heat protectant. So after 2 minutes of this, I layered on and put on this. After about 2 minutes of having this on, I like to go on with my conditioner because, if you use protein on your hair, you definitely have to balance it out with a moisturizing conditioner. And the one that I use, I usually just use any conditioner, but now I decided to just use like kind of a deep conditioner, and the one that I used is this old school Shea Butter Cholesterol Plus. This is the Shea Butter Cholesterol and Mango, and this is so cheap. It comes with 20 ounces. This is actually now my everyday conditioner. Well, not every day, but whenever I condition my hair, this is what I use, which is like every other day. You can use any type of moisturizing conditioner that you own. And this one says to leave it on for like 2 to 5 minutes, or 3 to 5 minutes. So, I'll leave that on for 3 to 5 minutes. And like I said, I don't wash it out. I layer it, okay? And I layer it and layer it. And then after 3 minutes of having that one on, then I'll go ahead and wash it out. Well, actually, no, first I'll comb it out. And then I'll wash it out. And after that, my hair is pretty much prepped. Then I will go ahead and add a little bit of leave-in conditioner and my silicone base. The leave-in conditioner that I like to use is this. It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product, and I really like this thing. I just don't like the price. because it comes with like 4 ounces for like $17 or something. I don't remember, but I only use this when I'm going to straighten my hair because it has silicones in it. It has some type of silicone that I don't feel like pronouncing, but it has a silicone in it. You want to use silicones on your hair before you straighten it, because that will act as, first of all, a heat protectant, and it will also act as a barrier so that the water molecules in the air and the humid weather will not get to your hair and make it get frizzy. So this is what I use. I don't really like to use things with oil in it, just because when you go ahead and flat iron it, it'll kind of burn, like it'll fry your hair, so it doesn't have oil in it. It also has silk amino acids, which means that it's also giving me a little bit more protein as well. So that's what I use. And I don't use a whole lot of it, just mainly on the ends, a little bit in the top area, but just mainly on the ends, just so I can really protect the ends. Okay, after that, I will go ahead and add my Silk Infusion by Chi, and this is just basically all this is silk amino acids and silicone. That's basically all it is. It's meant to be a heat protectant and something that's going to give your hair a little bit of shine, you know, and luster. And I'll use about I use a lot, just because I'm cautious with my hair, and I'll use about like a quarter size, no, not that big, a quarter size amount on each side of my hair. And my hair is pretty long. If you want to use a heat protectant before that, I suggest you would use something like this. This is a really good cheap one. It's Treseme's Thermal Creations. So you just, you put on your leave-in conditioner, then your spray-on heat protectant if you would like. If you want to be extra cautious, you honestly wouldn't even have to use this, I don't think, just because all the other stuff is really prepping your hair and really being another heat protectant. But if you're cautious like I am, I would use a heat protectant as well. This is a really good one because it's really cheap. And it's just good. Yeah, you would use that, then you would use your serum. Okay? And another serum that I like to use, it's the, I'll have to insert a picture right here. It's from Sally's. It's basically the same thing as this, but it has like argan oil in it. It's just silicones and a little bit of argan oil. Honestly, I like that one better than this, just because I like the way it smells really good. And I think that the smell kind of lingers just a little bit. This one doesn't really have a smell. It actually has a weird smell to it. Kind of like a chemically smell, but I mean, it doesn't linger in your hair. But the argan oil one does linger in your hair, and I like it just because, I don't know, I think it gives my hair a little bit more shine, and it just makes it better. So after you do that, then you're ready to straighten your hair. Okay, so when you're ready to straighten your hair, you're gonna want to use a flat iron, a blow dryer, roller sets, whatever suits your fancy you can use. What I like to just do is I try to avoid as much heat damage and as much heat as possible, so I don't blow dry my hair. I know a lot of people like to blow dry it and then flat iron it, but I just think it's way too much heat for my hair. So what I like to do is I will usually just put my hair in like a ponytail, like a really slick back ponytail like that, and then I will kind of just let this part dry a little bit to maybe about 60% wet still, and then I will put it into a nice slick bun, just so my hair will be kind of stretched out and easier to straighten. And then I will just leave it like that until it's dry. Then what I do is I just section off my hair and start flat ironing it. So I just wanted to show you the flat iron that I use. This is the Corliss Pro. I got this off of Amazon. It was really cheap, and I really like the Corliss line, okay? So, but it depends on your preference. I like to pick something, honestly, that goes up to a really high temperature, and I like something that's ceramic, just because the ceramic will keep the heat very even throughout the plates, and something that goes to a high heat can straighten your hair pretty well. Now, I was watching KimmyTube's video, and I believe she said something like you should never put your hair over 246 degrees of heat. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, you should definitely not try to go really high at all. Honestly, this one does not have a heat setting. You want to get something that has a heat setting where you can adjust it your own self. This one just has an on and off button, I mean, I don't think it burns my hair just because I take so much precaution to keep the heat damage away. And I honestly don't know how much it goes up to either because I threw away the box. It's a good cheap one. The way I maintain it is every night before I go to bed, I just put a little bit more of the Moroccan oil or Chi onto my hair. Most of the time it's going to be the Moroccan oil. I really only use the Chi to prep it. The Moroccan oil is what maintains it. So I'll just put maybe about a dime size every single night just to give it some luster and all that. I used to wrap my hair at night. I will do that every once in a while, but you know, when you wrap your hair to one side, the side that's going opposite, it will start to get damaged a little bit more because it's not used to going that direction. So I try not to do that. There's a way that you can wrap your hair where both of your sides are going the right direction. Like it's just, you take two sides like this and you just kind of clip it on. It would look kind of like that. And it's kind of like twisted in the back. I don't really do that because it takes too long and it's hard. Another alternative is to use this. And I did a review on this. It's called my hooded band alternative. And I got this from Walmart. Okay, so just go check that video out and I'll speak more on this. This is what I just put on my hair while I'm sleeping. So it'll just kind of be like that throughout the night. Now, I do like to wrap my hair every once in a while just because, you know, you guys know, when you wrap your hair and then you take it out that next morning, it's flowy, it has some body to it, the ends are a little bit curved in, so it gives it a better style, especially if you have layers like I do. I have a lot of choppy, well, they're not a lot anymore, but I have layers, and I like the fact that when I wrap my hair, it kind of makes the hair swoop in a little bit, so you can see my layers a lot better. I usually like to put on this thing right here. This is just Shea Moisture's Curl Enhancing Smoothie. Now this Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie is very thick already, okay? If you've used it, you know that it's very thick. But the thing about it is it has water in it, and water will make your hair revert to its curly form. So what I do is I put a little bit in a container just like this. It's not a whole lot. And then I just let it sit there. Just let it sit there and all the water will evaporate and you'll eventually be left with this. This super thick, kind of like a butter. And it's just very thick. It has no water in it, so you can put it in your hair without worrying about it converting. And it will nourish your hair. Another thing you can put in your hair is like castor oil. This is castor oil. And I got this one from Walmart. Castor oil is super, super thick, okay? And the reason I like to put that in my hair as well is because it's thick. And it will be like another type of barrier on your hair. Well, that's about it. That's all I have for you guys. If you have any other tips and suggestions, you can definitely comment down below, leave a video response, whatever. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.